Some men chase glory. Some men chase fame. But Mick Foley, he chased pain. Whether it was falling from the top of a hell in a cell, tearing through barbed wire as Cactus Jack, dancing in tie-dye as Dude Love, or delivering mankind's eerie mandible claw, Mick Foley wasn't just a wrestler, he was a living sacrifice for our entertainment. But who was the man behind the mask? And how did one ordinary kid from Long Island become one of wrestling's most extraordinary legends? Early, before we dive deep into the incredible story of Mick Foley, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of wrestling fans. Trust me, you don't want to miss the stories of legends who shaped the squared circle, childhood and dreams. Michael Francis Foley was born on June 7, 1965, in Bloomington, Indiana, but he grew up in East Setauket, New York. Raised in a middle-class family, Mick was just an ordinary kid with extraordinary dreams. In school, Foley wasn't the strongest nor the fastest, but he had passion. He loved sports, he loved storytelling, and above all, he loved professional wrestling. He would sit for hours, watching his heroes on TV, dreaming that one day, he too would step inside the ring. His defining moment came as a teenager when he attended a match at Madison Square Garden. That night, he saw Superfly Jimmy Snuka leap off the top of a steel cage. It wasn't just a move, it was a spark. Right then and there, Mick Foley knew, this is what I want to do with my life. The rise of Cactus Jack. Foley's journey wasn't easy. After attending college at State University of New York at Cortland, he began training to wrestle. He lived on peanut butter sandwiches, hitchhiked to shows, and slept in his car just to pursue the dream. He debuted in 1983, working for small promotions, but it was in World-Class Championship Wrestling and later WCW that fans first met his alter ego, Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack was violent, fearless, and unpredictable. He dove onto concrete floors, wrestled in brutal death matches, and made audiences gasp in horror. Foley was carving his reputation, not as a glamorous superstar, but as a man who would give his body for the business. But with pain came sacrifice. His ear was ripped off during a match in Germany. His body was scarred and battered. Yet Foley kept going, earning respect for his insane toughness. Enter mankind, Dude Love, in Hell in a Cell. In 1996, Foley joined the WWE, then WWF, and transformed again. This time he became the eerie, deranged monster known as Mankind. With a leather mask, tortured promos, and his devastating mandible claw, Mankind was unlike anything fans had seen. But Foley wasn't done. Deep down, he still had the wild side of Cactus Jack, and the fun-loving soul of his childhood creation, Dude Love. Remarkably, Mick Foley lived as three different characters, sometimes even on the same night, each one beloved by fans. Then came the match that defined him forever. King of the Ring, 1998. Mankind vs. The Undertaker. Hell in a Cell. The world watched in shock as Foley was thrown off the top of the cell, falling 16 feet through a table. Minutes later, he climbed back up, only to be chokeslammed through the roof of the cage. Most men would have stayed down. Mick Foley got back up, bloody, broken, smiling. That night, he didn't just wrestle, he became immortal. Resolution, struggles, comebacks, and legacy. But glory has a price. Foley's body paid it all. Multiple concussions, countless injuries, surgeries that would have ended anyone else's career. Yet Foley kept coming back, because wrestling was never just a job. It was his life. Beyond the ring, Foley became a best-selling author, penning books that revealed the man behind the madness. Fans discovered he wasn't just a hardcore legend. He was a gifted storyteller, a family man, and a voice for positivity. His rivalries with legends like The Rock, Triple H, and The Undertaker remain etched in history. His 3 WWE Championship reigns proved that he wasn't just a sideshow, he was a main event star. Mick Foley inspired a generation of wrestlers to put heart above hype. His mantra was simple: I may not look like a superstar, but I will give you everything I have. And that's exactly what he did. Mick Foley showed us that legends aren't made by muscles or perfect looks. Legends are made by sacrifice, heart, and an unshakable will to entertain the world. So the next time you hear the words, "Have a nice day," remember the man who lived through pain, gave us unforgettable memories, and proved that being different can make you unforgettable. If this story moved you, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and drop a comment with your favorite Mick Foley moment. And don't forget to subscribe, because the stories of wrestling's greatest legends are far from over.